Oh, finally. Golly, that was work. I mean, seriously, I was like trying to go live because, okay, so what I do, set up my live and I leave the page open. And apparently, if I do that, it does not like that. So I had to refresh my page a couple of times to get to where I can go live. Pain in the butt. But, hey, it's technology. It's not always 100% awesome, but it's the best thing that's come down the pike in a long time. Right? Right. I'm sorry, I hate you there. Okay. So, welcome back. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jamie. Of Jamie's Hooked. Yeah, I'm hooked on to crochet, but I like doing other crafts too. So right now I'm currently getting ready for my next market, which is going to be in March. And then, it's kind of like the same type of things that I'm going to be making for my next market are going to be things that are going to kind of be like spring and Easter based. I probably should make some St. Patrick's Day things, but like the only thing I would make for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm thinking, are just like a few like little not Lucky Charms, but 4-leaf clover jazz. Yeah, that's it. So I was thinking about doing like a 4-leaf clover like neck scarf, but make it like mini neck scarf. So like it wouldn't be like you know like a real thick one. It'd just be like really thin ones. And I'm thinking about making it out of thread. And I think that would be something that would be really cute and fun. Like somebody could like put it in their hair. They can wrap it, like wear it like a headband, or they can just wrap it around their neck and just have something green to wear for St. Patrick's Day. Um, I don't know. I don't want to go like too crazy for the St. Patrick's Day things, but I think Easter is a bigger, more precedent holiday. Now, don't get me wrong, I like St. Patrick's Day, but I don't know. It's just not on my radar that I think that what people are looking for. Like, I know some people like to go to the St. Patrick's Day parades and they love getting dressed up for that. I like to go do the St. Patrick's Day thing where they can go drink and, whatever. But I don't know. I'm really not thinking, I'm like not feeling the St. Patrick's Day vibes as much right now. But I definitely am starting to get into the spring and Easter vibes. So I'm going to show you what I've been making. Okay, I did finish that one cardigan. Where are you? Is this it? Yeah. So I did finish this one cardigan. Now this is going to go to a family member. Somebody claimed it. So I did add this ribbing detail right here, all up along the lapel here. And I did tack it down to make it easy. So I think I'm going to, I was debating on washing it, but I think I am going to wash it. And so this is a little hexie cardi by Craft and a Cuppa, or Cuppa and a Craft and a Cuppa, I think. Anyway, so I did add, like I said, add to it. I wondering if I should have made it longer, but I don't know. It almost seems like a little crop sweater. It's supposed to be for a boy. Okay. So there's that. And then I started making baby dresses again. So this is the baby dress that I always make. And I went down, since I was using baby yarn, this is like a 3-weight, but it almost looks like a heavy 3-weight. So this is kind of like how it looks. And to me, it's like a heavy 3-weight. Or maybe it's like a light 4, but I think on the ball band it's supposed to be a 3. So it's Burnett Baby Sport. It says it's sport, but it feels like it's a 3-weight. Yeah. It is 3. So just say, whoop, I can't see it. Oh, There it goes. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. You're just gonna take my word for it. Okay, so I did peach. So this is a peach color. Now I did drop down like a full on hook size. Like the original pattern calls for 4-weight yarn, and I went down to a 3-weight yarn, and then I went down to from a 5mm hook down to a 4mm hook, and this is supposed to be for this 0 to 3 month size, because I've made this before. And when I did the 0 to 3 month size, it was just big, and I think once it's been washed and blocked, it's going to stretch. So I went down smaller, and I'm thinking like it looks really good. It's a really good tight, I guess you would call it a weave. Anyways, good tight stitching. Okay, the only thing I'm not crazy about is my work here on the back, and for some reason I always have problems with this area. So I remember the last time I did these last year, I always had issues with this area where the buttonholes are at. And it's just like, I think what it is for me trying to figure out like, where do I start down here, like at the base of where you see where you got this little area right in here, and it just doesn't quite line up well for me for some reason. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it to me, like in my head, visualization is not quite there. But and then I did drop hook sizes for this part, and this part's actually supposed to lay down flat, and it didn't. But I'm like, I kind of like it. It looks really like frilly, frou-frou. Like, I just like it. I think it looks cute. I think it's just, I don't know. It's really frilly, and I like it. And I think it looks good with and I put white edging on the neckline and on the sleeves, and I really like it. I think it's going to turn out really cute. And where's the flower? I made a flower to go with it, but I'm going to add the flower after I wash and block this. Excuse me. I got some drainage going. I always have drainage when I'm talking to you guys. It never fails. It's like when I'm talking, it's just like my son says, "I'm going to drain right now." And I'm like, why weren't you draining like earlier before I started talking? So I'm drinking the last of my coffee, but I doctored it up. Usually I drink coffee black, but this time I had this much coffee in the bottom of the cup, and I filled the rest up with almond milk, and I put a little honey in it, some cinnamon. Usually I don't do doctored coffee, but I was like, I'm going to do it today. Hi, Jan. How are you? Good to see you too. Okay. All right, cool beans. I'm happy to have you here. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think it turned out really cute. So I'm actually making another one. I'm doing the next size up, which is 3 to 6. I did go up a hook size. I went up from 4.0 to 4.5. So I'm thinking that I'm liking this a little bit better. I don't think it's going to be as tight. But again, like I said, I think once these are washed and blocked, it's going to stretch a little bit. And it'll lay down a little bit bigger and be a little bit better. So, if I was to throw this on a newborn right now, it probably would fit them securely, like, not too snug, but it would be just around them pretty good. Like a 6-month-old baby or something. Not 6 month. I mean 6 weeks. 6-week-month-old baby. To me, that's still a newborn. But yeah, I definitely could see a 6-week-old baby in about this size, But I think this would be really ideal for, like Easter coming up, for spring. And then I still got like this big old honking skein of this. So I'm thinking about making a series of these. I don't know if there is a size for a 6 to 12 month old, And I'm debating, like, should I make something like that? And a part of me is like, yeah, go for it. Another part of me is like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. But then that would, like, would that leave me enough for like booties and a headband? Should I go for that far to make booties and a headband and do a complete set? I don't know. But what I could do is I could have enough. I mean, I think I might have enough for booties. And we'll see. We'll just see. If I have any leftovers, then I'll just make whatever. If you do, it would be for sizing difference. Yeah. It would be for sizing difference, and that's a great point. So I think this has just turned out really cute. I think I'm going to go down this. I think I'm going to keep the same hook size for this, so I can keep the same frilly. So I think I used a 3.5 millimeter hook for this size for the frill. I think it looks cute. I don't know. I just really like it. It's almost like flower like they almost look like petals to me. And I think that's a really cute idea. And where's that whole flower I had? I made. There it is. No, that's not it. I've got a big old honking box over here. Is it over here? Did I put it over here? Maybe not. I put it somewhere. But it's a double layer flower. What do I do with it? And you know what? I see it's right there on the floor, and it's white. Of course, it would be on the floor. Hi, Tammy. Oops. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep it as simple. I've got some ribbon. I can always get more ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm just basically just kind of converting to Hobby Lobby for almost everything. Almost. There's some things that I like that are Bernat. I really like Bernat blanket. I like that Bernat blanket better than I like the Hobby Lobby version of that. Bernat blanket just works out better. It's just more, it doesn't flake as bad. I think it's just a little bit more durable. And that's just my honest opinion. It's just what I like. Okay, so I'm thinking about putting it, was I going to put it right here? And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, that would be really, really cute if I did that. And then, putting ribbon laced right through here and just do a bow. And I think it would just keep it simple. Maybe a few little buttons, some pearl buttons right here. I think it would be like ultra cute. But I also have some flower shaped buttons too. And then I could also put a little, decorative button right here. But I definitely want to sew all this on after I wash and block it. A show. I know it's been forever. I know. So, anywho, I think I'm just going to be making those different sizes. I'm thinking about also making some more hexie cardies for boys and girls. I just don't have a lot of boy clothing and boy things, so I'm kind of want to do a little emphasis on that. I've got more girl stuff than I do have boy stuff. So I definitely want to make some more boy booties, some more boys hexie cardies. And that's always the struggle for me. I always make more feminine items because that's kind of what I'm drawn to. I'm a woman, I like feminine things, as opposed to masculine based things But I definitely need to make some of that. Yeah, well, just the flower would be really cute too. It could work. It can go either way. Um, yeah, so sometimes you just gotta kind of look at because sometimes less is more. You know, sometimes less is more, and it could be one of those instances, where you just keep it simple. And a baby doesn't need a lot. The cuteness of the baby itself. You don't want the outfit to overcome the baby. Hi, Barbara. So I would have to play with it and see. Okay, so far um, this is almost an hour's worth of work from last night, and so I've gotten to this part right here where I made the sleeve. So this is part of the bodice. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm going to start making this portion right in here. This one's a little bit tricky right in here. Like I've already just did this right here. So I'm getting ready to do this portion, and then I'll make this and this. And this is not really difficult. It's not really hard. I do like the defined ribbon waist for the belts. I really do like that. And in the pattern, she gives a lot of different styling ideas. Like I've seen her put ribbon here, but I've also seen her where she does her own like corded little belt, and there's just so many different ideas and things that she has done with it. It just looks really like her work is really good. Like the way she styles everything, it's just really looks really good. Very talented lady. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's for a baby. And again, if I have enough left over, I can make some, additional booties. I can make a headband, so on and so forth. Um, though I really do like those really soft woven headbands. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They're like really super soft, but they're woven and they're really great for babies because they don't squeeze the baby head. And I think maybe one of those with something crocheted on it might be really a good idea. Like maybe if I did like the matching flower. Now I doubt I can find peach that matches this, but I can definitely find the white headbands and then crochet a peach flower onto it. So it'd be like a coordinating thing. So maybe I can do that. I have made bloomers in the past, and the bloomers that I have made are from a channel here on YouTube. It's called Made for Baby. I follow her. She does really nice looking crochet baby clothing. She's got some really, I think it's called Made for Baby. Let me double check here real quick. Da, 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 da. Okay, home, subscriptions. I think it's called Made for Baby. And why are you not giving me this list? Okay. Well, let me see if I can. Because it would just take me forever to to do this, to look at my list. Sometimes it just don't make it easy to look at your list. Okay, I'm not finding it. Okay, I haven't looked at her channel in a while, so I hope she still has a channel. I don't know. Hold on, I'm still looking. I wish they put these in alphabetical order. That would be nice. You know? But they don't. I don't know why. What is the purpose of this order of subscribers or who I subscribe to? You know? And I don't see it. All subscriptions. Maybe if I find it, because I've saved some of her stuff. So hold on, let me go here. No, that's not what I want. I want to go to my channel. Ay, Chihuahua. Home. I want to look at my channel. How can, they've changed how things are done. So, all right, here's my channel. Okay. All right. And then playlists. Sorry, if you're like yelling at me, I don't see you yelling at me because I'm looking at another page. Okay. Okay. Because I have saved some of her stuff, and she's got really good stuff. Crochet. Children's crochet. Here we go. Okay. So I don't want to play all. Okay. I just want to look at the thing. I just want to look at the list. Stop. I just want to look at it. Oh, wait, view full playlist. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, it's called Crochet for Baby. That's what it's called. Yes. All right. Hold on. Crochet diaper cover baby short set. There's a short sets, but this is the one I used. This is the one I used. Okay. Let's see. How do I copy this? Save to playlist, remove from playlist, download, share. Okay, share. Okay, copy. All right. Paste. Is that it? Yay, I think I did it. Okay. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Let's see. As soon as I can with another nicer and warmer, I'll be sending your things. Okay. All right. So that's the bloomers that I've used before. And it's not difficult to make. It's pretty easy. So if you want to use those. It is so cold. It is so stinking cold here right now. Like, but I'm comfy. Like, I'm really comfy right now. I'm getting a little bit cold, but not too bad. My coffee is really cold. My coffee got really cold really fast. But yeah, I can't wait till it warms up. I'm so cold. I'm so cold right now. I'm so frustrated because like the weekend before it got cold like this, we had like 80 degrees. And then on Tuesday, we're supposed to get up to 71 again. And I'm just like, make up your blessed mind, please, please, please. Okay. But we did get a little snow. You hate winter? Yeah, I'm kind of done with it myself. When they said Groundhog's Day, they're like, oh, it's going to be an extra long winter. I'm like, crap. No, I want to be outside. I need to be outside. I need to work on my backyard in the worst possible way. It's ratty back there. Although I think my bulbs are going to love this. Like, I've got some volunteer uh, daffodils. They're like mini daffodils. They're like this big. They're just adorable. And if anybody knows me, I love yellow flowers. I don't know why I love yellow flowers, but every time I see yellow flowers, it just makes me smile. I love yellow flowers. And yellow is not one of my favorite colors, but I love a yellow flower, you know, like the light, pretty yellow, delicate flowers. Like, I like daffodils a lot. I like yellow gladiolas and I like yellow snapdragons. I just really like those types of flowers. I even have a yellow iris that is in the front of my house. I've only seen it bloom one time. And I never catch it because right beside my front door, there's a patch. It's like it's a good sized patch of purple irises. And whenever we have a really good freeze, right after that, that's when they shoot up. And they're only there for like a whole week and then they're gone. And so, like, a part of me wants to dig them up and excuse me, and put them into, another spot, but a part of me is like, just leave them alone, just let them do their thing. They've been going at it for years. Sometimes they bloom really nice and sometimes they don't. Hi, Jennifer. So anyway, okay, so I need to get started back onto this. All right, so let me look at my directions here. Okay. All right, so I did this part. Okay, chain 2 turn. Okay, double crochet in the very first stitch, double crochet in the next 14 stitches, work 5 double crochet into each one of the double crochet. Okay. Okay, I did that part. Okay. Join the slip stitch to the first double crochet join through the front loop only. That is where it gets a little tricky. Okay. So join with the slip stitch. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky because when I join again at the end, I'm joining through the back loop. So I'm going to join in the front loop, and at the end, I'm going to join in the back loop. So I need stitch marker to help me recognize what I'm seeing. Okay. And then okay, and then the next, okay. All right, then continue to work around. All right, where's this string? Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Front loop only. Chain 1, single crochet, same stitch, work single crochet in the next 73. Okay. All right, I got it. I'm back. Okay. Okay. See you later, Jen. Thank you. So I am going to time myself while I'm doing this. Oh, I got a text message. Who did? Oh, Mr. Man. Okay. All right. So this is going to be chain one. Okay, single crochet. It's a front loop only. So, okay. I got a little kind of peeved with Hulu. So I have like the Hulu and Disney bundle. Okay, I've had it for a few years now. And so I put Hulu, I thought I suspended it. Like, so I wouldn't have to pay for it this month. Because, sometimes I go through phases where I'll watch a lot of Hulu and I'll watch a lot of Disney. And then I'll just, watch a lot of, of like Netflix. Like, the last couple of months I've been really all about Amazon Prime. Like, I've been watching Prime Video. And I really do like the Prime Live TV. I like that. Kind of reminds me of cable. And so, kind of, not always. But anyway, so I was, not really watching a lot of Hulu at the time, and I was paying like $23. That's a lot of money for me. So I put it on suspension, and for some reason it went off suspension, and it charged me anyway. And I was kind of like, really? Come on, I was trying to save a few extra bucks. If I'm not really using it, why pay for it, right? So I was like, good grief. And I don't know if it was because it was Hulu and Disney at the same time, and I only did the Hulu and not the Disney. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that worked out. It's like a technical thing. And so anyway, so I was like, whatever. But Handmaid's Tale's coming back on, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just, watch it. So I've been watching a little Hulu yesterday, and then I watched some Netflix. I'm rewatching Stranger Things. I am rewatching Supernatural. I love me some Supernatural because it's just full of eye candy. Yeah. I mean, it's the only reason why I watched the show, to be honest, because you're just like me some eye candy. Anyway, what else am I rewatching? I like to rewatch shows because I'm watching rewatching Resident Alien because I know they got a new season. So I'm just kind of refreshing myself on that. So rewatching that. That's a funny show. And my boyfriend actually recommended that show to me. He thought it was hilarious, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, you got to see this." He would like recant tales to me, like recant scenes from me, And I was like, "Okay, whatever." I have to see this in person because I don't think he was giving it justice. So I finally, it came on Netflix. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is some funny ass shit." Pardon my French. So anyway, yeah, but on Hulu, I was like, I had a lineup of shows I was, watching, and some I had never seen before, but they're older shows. And I started watching back when it came back on on Hulu. I started watching Moonlighting, which I did notice that they actually have that on Amazon Prime too. And I haven't seen that since, gosh, what, late elementary, middle school, like is when it came out. So that was a fun show to watch. And then also on, oh, hey, KK. Little Jamie and all the chat stepping away and lurking because I'm working on some things but listening. Oh, okay, cool beans. So, yeah, I've been watching some older stuff lately. My Amazon Prime has been showing like, older movies and stuff. So I remember back a long time ago. I never saw it when it came out. But I remember my friend talking about it and how much she loved the movie back when we were teenagers. I remember her talking about it. And it was Lady Hawk. So I finally watched Lady Hawk for the first time. Um, Not last night, the night before last. Or the other, we'll say that the other day. And I had never seen that before. And honestly, it's not a bad storyline, but it was such an 80s movie. I mean, like the action scenes were just so they were cute. It was a cute story, but it was just like everything was so mechanical. I was like, this reeks 80s. Like if I had seen this when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old, I probably would have been over the moon for this movie. But being an adult and watching it, I was just like, holy crap, this is such an 80s movie. It's not funny. Okay, I need to count my stitches. Oh, Lordy. But yeah, I'm just watching a lot of older shows and older movies and just kind of, kicking back to the yesteryear. Okay, so okay, she had 74. Okay, let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, and that is 74. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, buddy. Okay. My sister got me into saying, yeah, buddy. I never said it before I like really started noticing her say it, yeah, buddy. I was like, really? Okay, so what's next? Okay, join slip stitch to the back loop of the first double crochet, the previous row. Okay, did that. Chain one, first single crochet, and then crochet. Okay, hold on. Join slip stitch through the back loop of the first double crochet of the previous row. Do the back loops. Okay, the chain one works. Okay, so same thing except for just back loops. Okay. Oh, okay, so I forgot. Yeah, you didn't come in. So I'm remaking this baby dress into a larger size. So this is a 0 to 3 months. So I'm making this dress. So right now I'm at this point right here. So I'm about to make this part where this part's coming out, and then I'm going to work on this part, and then I'll work on this part. So it's really not hard to do. It doesn't take too long. This dress, I started this in the evening, like late in the evening. Um, oh gosh, when I wasn't that last night. I finished it yesterday, but it was what was yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday, Tuesday night. So I started this Tuesday night, and then like before I went to bed, I probably got about this far, and then I finished it off yesterday, and got down to this far, finished it off, did all the details and stuff. So getting ready for some Easter dresses to sell at market. Oh, thank you. So this is a pattern I bought a while back. I think it was a pattern that someone wanted me to make for them, and I purchased it, and I liked it so much. That's what happened. Yeah. So it's a really, really nice pattern. It's made by, what's her name? Okay, so I'm at row 11. No, I'm at row 10. No, I'm at row 11. Okay, so I'm at row 11, and the pattern is by, I always get her name. I can't never remember her name. It's Elena Mitchell. Elena Mitchell. And that's, it's a cute pattern. I absolutely love it. She's got, and it's so simple, and like it works up really quick in a few hours. Like I think it's like a 3-hour pattern for me, which isn't too bad, Okay. Am I in the 0 to 3? Yeah, 3 to 6. 3 to 6. So I need to go back to row 11. Here we are. Yeah, so it's pretty easy. Not hard at all. Kitty Hoozle. It's really not that difficult of a pattern, because all of this right here is double crochet. All of it right here, right through here is double crochet. Only here is you got some single crochet. This is more double crochet. This is just, single crochet in front post front loop and back loop right here. Okay. Then from here, you got increases, just a row of increases. And then this is where you do alternating V stitches. It's like, okay, so this is like one's like a double V, and then one's just a single V, and double V, and then you start working into the V stitches going all the way down. And it goes really, really quick. Like you just keep, it's super quick. And once you get down to the V stitches, you really don't have to really kind of look at it per se. And then this is just a row of doubles, and this is just a really quick edging. It's really a really quick and simple pattern. It's not difficult at all. And and I think it also depends on your yarn and your hook, Well, I don't have any babies to make for. I don't have any more baby girls to make for. I got baby boys in my family, but they don't ever ask me for nothing. But yeah. Yeah, it's so funny because like when I was a kid, like everybody had girls. Like there was a butt ton of girls in my family. Like, and now all the girls are having boys. I had a girl. My aunt had a girl. She had a girl and a boy. I had a girl. And then let's see who was underneath this. My sister had 2 boys. Let's see. Who else? My other aunt, she had 2 girls. And my uncle had a girl. Yeah, it was just like a butt ton of girls in my family. We were just full of women. Yeah, I think, and that's what I'm making it for. I'm making it for market. So, uh, I'm just trying to, because we got, it's spring coming up. We've got, uh-oh, we got Easter coming up. So, oh, I need to time myself doing this. So I'm already in like officially a full hour into this baby dress. So it's not too bad. This is the bigger, this is like the medium, which is like the 3 to 6 months. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay. Uh-oh. I split that stitch. No, no, no. I'm a professional. No splitty stitches. So yeah. And I don't really recall seeing baby dresses at the markets that I've been to. Like a lot of people make the quick stuff. Now, I did see this one lady at my market, and she was making wearables. Like she was making like adult wearables. She did have a few baby things. Like her baby stuff was stinking adorable. This woman she just had great skill. I mean, her crochet skill is just she was amazing. She's so talented. And I mean, her stuff wasn't cheap either because, to make those types of things, it takes time. And, to make these pieces. And like I said, I don't know if y'all heard me say this story before, but, I had this one lady come up to me and she was asking me to crochet her a shrug. And I quoted her a price because I told her, I said, most likely something like that would probably take me about like 3 hours. And I get paid so much an hour. And then plus materials. And materials really don't cost that much, to be honest. If you really think about the cost of the materials, especially the ones that, I usually use, if I'm doing like acrylic or cotton, it's really not that expensive. It just depends on you. But if it's my time as well, and then I charge wholesale price, which is 30% plus I add additional percentage for taxes and like processing fees, because most people usually use debit cards. I would probably say about 70% of the time people use debit cards or some kind of electronical service like Venmo or PayPal. Very seldom, actually, don't have a lot of people doing PayPal. I have a lot of people doing Venmo. Venmo is really a big one for me. But so, when I quoted her like, about $75, 65, $75, she was like, what? I was like, yeah. Because probably, that I'm going to guesstimate like, and that's maybe something simple, nothing too elaborate. And she was wanting something like, no more than like $35. And I was like, no, it's probably going to be double that. Because that stuff's made by a machine. They probably get that crap shipped to them. All their materials shipped to them. They probably pump that thing out in like 10 minutes, and then it gets sewn together. Mine's handmade. Handmade, baby. Yeah, that was last spring. I don't think she liked my prices. And some people just don't have that same kind of value. And the thing is that they think I'm sitting around watching television, which is true, I am. But still, this is something that takes concentration and skill. This is a skill. Okay. I'm knitting a top-down adult sweater for me, and then making some menus for the school cafe nursery. Oh, cool. That's one thing I have not learned how to do is knit. I kind of want to learn how to knit, and I kind of don't. Did I do this backwards? Did I turn this inside out? I did. Okay. It got turned inside out. I think. Hold on. Did I? Okay. I don't know. That was inside out. Did I do that inside out? Or is this right side out? No, this is right side out. Okay. Somehow it got turned inside out, I think. Either way. Yeah. Okay. So far as you can see, that's that first part of that ridge. And so now I'm probably going to do double crochets into this part, but let me count my stitches. I should have 76, right? 74. Okay, through the back loop of the first, okay, yeah, should have 74. Okay, so 2. Let me do this way. I feel like my thumb is going to catch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74. Okay, sweet. I did it. Okay, let's go back to the pattern. Okay. All right. Back when we did that. Okay. Chain 1, work first single crochet into the same stitch. Hold on. Where am I at? Okay, continue around. I did that part. Okay, through the back loop or the first double crochet. Okay. Next row, work only through the back loops of the double crochet to the previous row. Okay, see picture. Okay. Chain 1. Chain 1 and work first single crochet to the same. Okay, so that's all single crochets. And then the next round is going to be all double crochets. And then single crochets again. Okay, I see. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, there are some slight differences between the sizes. I noticed there's some little extra rows that I don't recognize from the smaller ones. I've always made the smaller ones. I've never made a 3 to 6 or a 6 to 12 size. So it's kind of interesting to make them this big. And if I don't have enough of this peach when I'm done, I will just alternate some of the rows and make it into like a striping skirt or something. But I hope I do. You know, it would be really pretty with this if I had like a sparkly kind of diamond-like detail to it, like a rhinestone. Here we go, rhinestone detail to it. That would be really cute. I think that would look really pretty on this pearl and rhinestone detail. That would be really pretty. It definitely would just give a little bit of elevation. I love adding buttons to things. I think buttons really do elevate an item. I think they really do add that extra little oomph. And I've got a boatload of buttons right now, because I would go crazy whenever Hobby Lobby would have their buttons on sale. And I've got like a boatload of wooden buttons. They have like these big wooden buttons I love. Oh, I love these things. And they look so good. They look so good, especially when I use homespun. That Lion Brand homespun, which I've got a lot of. And I need to start making stuff with that. Just get rid of it, because I've got a lot of stuff. I just need to start working through it. And that's also part of the reason why I started making these baby dresses, because I was looking at my wall o' yarn, and I was looking at it and I was just like, man, I gotta use this crap up. I've got yarn in storage. I need to use that up. I don't want it to go bad. It's not like yarn goes bad, but it just, it kind of loses its oomph. It gets dusty. I just want to, like I said, I want to start buying yarn with a purpose. And I just want to get through all the yarn that I have right now. So it's almost kind of like a scorched earth mentality, but I don't want to like waste it. And so I'm already I'm trying to go through quite a bit of it. And I've got that like that wire cubed storage, and it's not exactly the strongest thing. And so I just need to go through it, work through it, so I can just take all that stuff out of storage, because, I really don't have a lot of room in my room now, because I had to convert my yarn room into the bedroom, because I have a friend of mine who had a stroke, and she has come to stay with me. But right now she's at a rehab facility. But she was with me for about 6 weeks before she went to that rehab facility. And so in order for her to move into my place, I had to give up my yarn room. In order to, to give up my yarn room, I had to switch rooms into the master bedroom where my roommate was at, because he has a lot of stuff. And I was okay with so long as I had, a place for all my yarn. So we had to do a lot. We had to do a lot of switching around. And so, yeah, we're trying to help get my friend back on her feet. She, yeah, bless her heart. Yeah, she had, well, and it wasn't like a bad stroke. It was like a minor stroke, but still, it still messed her up. And it got to the point where she couldn't function. She couldn't work to function. She couldn't function to work, basically. So, and I just keep thinking, like, what if this was me, So just trying to help her out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74. Yay. I got it. Okay. Oops. I gotta time myself. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Back to timing. So this row is going to, or round is going to be all double crochet. Wait, no. Don't do that. Anyway. So do any of y'all just like sit and listen to podcasts? Like, do y'all have any recommendations for some good podcasts? I'm always kind of looking for a new good podcast. I listen to like at least half a dozen of them right now. I do find a theme among myself, but if anyone has any really good podcasts to listen to, and they don't necessarily have to be a crochet podcast. Sometimes they just kind of have to be something entertaining. I don't necessarily listen to a lot of crochet podcasts. There is a couple that I do listen to. So I do listen to the Crochet Bays podcast, and if you're not familiar with them, they are a couple of young ladies, and they are very charismatic young ladies, and they usually frequent TikTok. Very, very entertaining. I love listening to them. I really like their dynamic. And then the other one, which you can find here on YouTube, I found it. I originally came across it on. It used to be called Slacker Radio, but then I used to not listen to Slacker Radio back when I used to commute to work, and I found them there, and now I do find them on YouTube. You can find them on YouTube, and you can also find them on Spotify. But it's called The Ominous Stitch. Now here on YouTube, they do have where you can see some video tutorials with The Ominous Stitch, and it's these two ladies who are basically in my age group. They're in their 40s, and they have kids. But they also like true crime and paranormal and things like that. But they also talk about learning new stitches and stuff. And they're two lefties. So it means that they crochet left-handed. They're both lefties. So it's really kind of fun listening to them talk about, the new stitches that they're trying out and things like that. They also have a great dynamic. I love listening to them. Now they are on a hiatus right now. They did 2 years worth of podcasts. And right now they're just taking a hiatus. I hope they come back. I need to send them an email and say, please come back. So, and then the other one that I'm listening to that's kind of fiber arts related is the Pardon My Stash. And it's a group of gals that most of them are knitters. But, they just kind of talk about what they're doing and what they're into and stuff like that. And I want to say there's about like 4 or 5 of them. I think there's 4. There might be 5. I don't quite remember. But I listen to that one on occasion. Sometimes, if I'm listening to Spotify and then it kind of moves on to, the next, podcast on your list and everything like that, So those are the ones that I kind of listen to that are like, crochet related, fiber arts related. I really do like those. Those are pretty good. They keep me very, very entertained. I really do like the Crochet Bays a lot. They're like every other week. But I really did like the Ominous Stitch for a while. And they did theirs every week. But I think, like thinking about it, like, that's a lot of work to do a podcast. To do anything. And then they're doing their normal, normal everyday jobs, taking care of their families on top of doing a podcast, and they're crocheting. And I'm like, that's a lot of work, because sometimes, when you're doing podcasts, they do like a lot of research and things like that. They're kind of going into history and true crime and then, paranormal. But if you do paranormal, sometimes you have to go into the history behind the paranormal. And, sometimes they even do cryptids and things like that. And it's just like, that's a lot of research, and I know it's a labor of love, and it's really kind of fascinating, but it's very entertaining. I loved listening to them. Hi, doggy. So really fun. I didn't start getting into podcasts until about like a year ago. Well, I take a little bit longer than that, but like really started getting into podcasts. So, because sometimes I just want something to listen to that's not music, but like I've got various interests and things like that. So, but I really like the history podcasts. Those are like my favorite. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh no, let me go this direction. Feels like my thumb wants to lock up. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Dang it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74. Yeah, buddy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do one more row, single crochet. Now, my second favorite podcast right now, and I like listening to it, and there are a lot of, again, it's like the true crime and the paranormal and things like that, and in history, bizarre history, things like that. is the Box of Oddities. And if you've never listened, you need to listen to it. It's great. So it's this couple that are originally from Maine. They used to be old radio DJs. Okay. So right now, they're like, no longer doing radio. So they're just mainly just doing these podcasts. And they live in Ecuador now. So they're like expats living in Ecuador. And they're just thoroughly entertaining couple. And they even have a YouTube channel, so you can actually watch them do their podcast on YouTube. And the funny thing is, though, it's like I tried watching them, and I don't like watching people do podcasts. And the reason being is because then it's like when you're listening to someone and you get like a mental image of who they are or what they look like. It's almost the same concept of like, like when you're reading a story or reading a book, and you have a mental image of what this character looks like and sounds like. It's the same thing for me. Like when I'm listening to somebody on the radio, they don't match up to what they actually look like to me, And it's kind of funny, it's like, oh, I just, so I just got to the point where I don't think I want to see them. I just want to hear their voice only. I don't want to watch them. So, but if that's your, if that's how you like it, that's how you like it. But, it's like, watching, like, you've read a book and then you've watched the movie or the TV series and you're just like, this is not how I envisioned the character. And then after you watch the movie and then you read the story, that's how you envision the character, So it's kind of funny how our brains do that. But also there are some podcasts that are just simply stories. And then one podcast I listen to is their like stories that are like old ghost and horror tales of horror, and it's this gentleman, and he's English. He's got a great reading voice. Love his voice, But he reads these old Gothic tales, and it's just like it's really just kind of cool. I like listening to him sometimes. And he was suggested to me by Spotify. So did the Box of Oddities. The Box of Oddities got presented to me by Spotify, and so did Pardon My Stash. They did that. Yeah. So a lot of things have come across to me by suggestion via Spotify, and I'm like, wow, this is really good. I really like this. So quite a few things. And then, but I also like to laugh, and I like, some things that are a little bit thought provoking and things like that. So, I started listening to Fly on the Wall, which is Dana Carvey and David Spade. And I like watching them. I didn't even time myself that entire row. All right. I'll just add some time to that. I don't know. I'll round up my time. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. Oh, darn it. I screwed up. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 73. I need one more stitch. Come on. I have a feeling that's not right, though. I really do have a feeling that is wrong. So Jennifer who is Izzy? Is that Doggy Life? I'm gonna frog it because I just had a feeling I did something wrong, and I didn't time myself either. And I should have, but I didn't. Okay. Okay. Get back to timing. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing lately. And I also like listening to podcasts while I'm like out in the yard. But when I do go to the gym and I work out, I like to listen to music. On occasion, though, if I'm really, really, really need to like knuckle down and crochet, because like I really, really need to sit, just really focus, I'll listen to some classical music while I'm crocheting, and that really helps me focus exponentially. Because then I'm not so worried about listening to words, and that really is supposed to help with brain activity. So I do like to listen to a fair amount of classical music. That's only if I am just like super duper, like totally into, I've got to get this thing done. I'm on a timeline. I need to focus. Okay. And that really does help me a lot. But I've been that way for many years. That's how I learned how to study in high school. And I learned that if I listen to classical music while I study, that really helped me focus. Because it's like, almost the same concept of like a white noise or a background noise. But it was also, which gave your brain something to listen to while you focused. Because sometimes if it's too quiet, then my mind begins to wander, and sometimes it leads to different thoughts, and then I can't focus. And it's almost that same kind of concept, I think. Okay, at the end of this row, it's time to count. See if I get it right this time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 73. See, I'm off a stitch, and I don't know how I'm off a stitch, but I'm going to fudge it. I'm just going to add an extra stitch into a part where it shouldn't be a stitch. Shouldn't be there, but I'm adding it because I don't know where I goofed up, but I goofed up somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, hi, Izzy, if they're still here. Okay. Okay, so far this is it right here. Okay, so this is the part I started on here at the beginning of the live. This is where I'm at now. I'm about to do the bottom, this type of row again. So I'm going to add that to this part. Should not be hard to do. Okay. So I'm just going to go into the front loop. Oh, I shouldn't have joined, should I? Oh, wait. No, I didn't. That was where the extra stitch was at. It looked like I joined, but I didn't. Okay. Okay, so I feel like I didn't do something right. Hold on, let me double check my pattern here. Okay. All right. Okay, so the back loop of the first double crochet. Okay. Okay, to the back loop. Next, we're going to leave through the back loop of the double crochet stitches in the previous row. Okay, chain 1, single crochet. Okay. We slip stitch the first. Okay, so join through the front loop only. Okay, that's what I just did. And then only through the front loop, single crochets. Okay. Okay, so chain 1, work single crochet in the same. Okay, well, okay, I'm doing it right then. It just seems different because it's a larger size. There's additional rows that don't have the same cadence as the smaller size. Okay. So the belt area is a little bit wider than, say, on the 0 to 3 month. So I'm going to assume, like, if I ever do the 6 to 12 month, that the belt area is going to still be a little bit wider. And that actually makes sense because, you know, the torsos are longer for infants as they get older, of course, you know, as their spines, you know, lengthen. Okay. So actually it does make sense. Okay. All right. So where am I at here? Okay. So that was 11. And then Okay, so I need to be at, I'm around row 14. So join the front loop only first. Okay, so that's what I need to do. That's row 14. Okay. Okay, let me get back to the chat. Hi, Maritza. How are you, darling? Okay. So, okay, slip stitch, chain one. Okay, so we're going to mark that back loop, because that's where I'm going to join to. All right. Start that timer. So, okay. So my lovely baby sister, who is an amazing person, by the way, I love her. She's always kind of on a, sorry, itchy nose. She's always on a path of bettering herself, you know. She doesn't crochet. She doesn't really do anything like super creative, you know, things like that. Well, I take that back. She is a musician. She does play guitar. She does sing well, you know, and she plays for herself. She plays for me, you know. That's all she ever plays for, you know. And she likes to write her own music and things like that. And she's still learning how to do that and everything. But she's also the kind of person that, you know, she will focus on bettering herself. You know, she's always on this path of self growth, um, self betterment, these kinds of things. You know, right now she's, you know, since I think she started running, and she's done half marathons, and she did her first full marathon this last year. And I'm so proud of her, you know. And she's just going through this journey, and you know, she loves to share her journey with me, and it's pretty neat. It's very inspiring. Okay, and so sorry, my nose is itching so bad. Um, so you know, watching her go through this journey is, it's like I said, it's very inspiring. And then she's looking to you know, just improve her quality of life in more than one way than just, you know, being physical. She's always looking to just improve her quality of life in general, and that's not a bad thing to work for. Um, and so she presented this thing to me, and it's called the 75-day heart challenge. And it's more of a mental challenge than it is a physical challenge, but it has physical benefits. So it's just basically, it's more of a mental fortitude kind of challenge, and she's trying to encourage me to do it. But you know, I kind of want to see her go through it and see what her takeaways are from it. But I kind of think that I can do this challenge, and I'm really kind of interested in it, but I'm not sure if it is something that I'm able to do. But I'm kind of want to try it, like, you know. But the thing is that you're not supposed to prepare for this challenge. You're supposed to just you know, decide you're going to do it and just do it. But what's stopping me is the weather. It's really kind of stopping me. But it's okay. So there's like 5 rules for this challenge, and you're supposed to do it for 75 days. Okay. And it sounds kind of nuts, but it also sounds kind of like an interesting thing. And again, it's for like your mental, oh, sorry, I'm timing myself. For your mental fortitude, okay? Like to see if you can do it. And then what you're supposed to do. Okay. So number one, stick to an eating plan. Okay. Uh, a diet eating plan. Okay. So it can be any kind of diet eating plan that you want. And I've looked at a few shorts on there on YouTube here, and some people are doing no processed foods. They're eating, 100 grams of protein a day, or whatever they feel like the diet plan that they're doing. There's no cheat days, nothing. Okay, you just have to stick with this diet plan for like 75 days. Okay. Number two, you're supposed to work out every day, and it's supposed to be 2 45-minute workouts a day, and one of them has to be outside. So as I'm watching my sister go through this, and she's doing the 2 45-minute workouts a day, and I'm like, "Dang, you're a beast." She is. She's a beast. So, but she's just like, yeah. She's like, I'm just basically just going outside and walking 45 minutes, but it's been really, really tough, especially since we've had this crazy cold weather. And I haven't spoken to her in a couple of days, but she was even doing this challenge and she's been sick. Like, she still hasn't stopped even when she has been sick. Like her kids gave her the flu. Okay. And so she kind of still did the challenge going through the flu. She's crazy. She's crazy. I love her, but she's crazy. Don't you do you have any crazy siblings like that? I do. I've got crazy siblings. Anyway, but she's good. She's the good crazy, not the bad crazy. But still, it's just, she's crazy. I love her. So, and then so that was like rule number 2. Rule number 3 is you're supposed to drink a gallon of water a day. I'm like, I think I can do that. Now, I'm going to be peeing until the cows come home. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And she says herself, she's like, I got to stop drinking water by 6 o'clock. If I drink past 6 o'clock, I'm going to be up all night. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to be rough. But I can see where, drinking the gallon of water is going to be very beneficial. Now, I did talk to my mom about that. Mom did have a point. She's like, be careful of that because you can wash out some of your minerals. And actually, I probably need to address that to her, and I probably need to talk to her about that because Mom really had a good point. Like, if you're doing this, it's great that you're doing that, but you can wash out some of your minerals. Like, if you don't be careful, especially if you're doing 45 minutes, like twice a day of activity, you're sweating. You need to replenish your minerals. Like, you definitely need to make sure that you have enough electrolytes going in as just as much as you are going out. So you need potassium, you need magnesium, and things like that. Potassium is extremely important for your heart and for your muscles and things like that. So, I'm kind of glad that I'm kind of waiting and watching to see how this is playing out and trying to get more information. So if I were to decide to do this challenge, which I'm really kind of leaning forward to it, that it would be more of an informed decision, definitely going in, being more informed with this concept, or doing this challenge. And like, again, it's a challenge. It's not, so it's something for you to be challenged by. Okay, so that was 3. Okay, so I did the food, the exercising, the water, and then, oh yeah, and then every day you're supposed to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book where, to help you with growth, whether it be like an exercise book or something to help you, you know, like almost like a self-help book, I guess, in a way. I don't know how you describe them. Um, I saw a video and someone described like, this. Anyways, these types of books, just at least read like 10 pages of, a book that's supposed to, help with your betterment, you know. And I'm just like, yeah, I can probably do that. It's probably not hard to do. I got tons of those books around my house. Um, Especially like when it comes to like, maybe with crochet business or selling online or anything like that. But also I have a few exercise books. I've got the Whole30 Diet Challenge books. I love the Whole30 Challenge. I think it's a great challenge. The Whole30 is like a diet where you don't, for 30 days, you don't eat any kind of, don't eat any grains, you don't eat any dairy, you don't smoke, you don't drink alcohol. Also, alcohol, you're not supposed to drink alcohol in this challenge either. No alcohol, no processed foods, no foods that look like junk food. Like you're not supposed to make pizza. You're not supposed to eat things that it might be a healthier version of a donut. You're not supposed to eat those things. And there's some, no seed oils or anything like that. So no canola, no soybean, no legumes. So basically anything that can cause inflammation, you're not supposed to eat this. So if you want to look more into the Whole30 challenge, I personally love it. I think I do really well when I eat the Whole30 diet, but it's not sustainable in the way that it takes a lot of time to make these things, because if you want ketchup, you've got to make your own ketchup, now there are some Whole30 approved items, and there's, a lot of it's paleo and keto based items, but, or, they're expensive, and so I just think it's more cost effective to make it yourself, but it takes time. But like, who's got time? Depends on who you are, honestly. If you're a busy professional, you don't have time for that. But you're working, and you're working to earn money, so you can afford to things that that are processed, that's made and processed for you to purchase. It makes life easier. It's like not everybody's got time to make their own mayonnaise, not everybody's got the time to make their own any kind of condiment whatsoever. Not everybody always has time to do field, to do food prep. Like I was talking to my sister about it. She's like, I told her, I said, well, if you want to stop eating the same 5 meals, every week, every weekend, every week, she has the same menu every week, and like everybody's tired of eating it. And I was like, well, do some meal prep on the weekend. She's like, I don't want to spend my whole day meal prepping, and like, I get it. In my head, I'm like, okay, this Sunday I'm going to meal prep. So all I got to do is just, when I'm heavily crocheting, getting ready to go do this thing, all I got to do, it just takes me 30 minutes to make this meal. Everything's already chopped up. Everything's already ready. Do I ever do that? No. And I just keep telling myself this is what I'm going to do. And I never follow through. I never do. I want to. I have good intentions to do it. And then on this challenge, also for the 75 hard challenge, you're supposed to do a daily picture. So you're supposed to take a picture of yourself daily. And you can do this different ways. Like you can take one through your camera, or it's just to help. I think this is to help make you accountable for yourself. And so I'm, like I said, I'm thinking about doing this thing. Excuse me. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So, all right. How long have I been on? Been on for like almost an hour and 40 minutes. So, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. My bladder's twitching. I gotta go potty. And I think my roommate's up. So I think I'm gonna head on out. So I've got the majority of this done. I just need to do one more row right here. Then I'll have the whole belt area completed. And then I can start working on the skirt. But I probably will finish that today. And so, anyways, I appreciate you guys coming in and let me babble and chat. And I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, for the info, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like what I've been into recently, It's just things to think about, Would do it, I mean, but the thing is also like if I were to do the 75 hard challenge, like I would have to be going outside. Okay, it's freaking cold. I just don't. I don't want to breathe in ice cold air. I just don't. I don't think it's good for my lungs personally. I just kind of want to be a little bit warmer. Like I don't mind being outside in 40-degree weather, but if it's colder than 40 degrees, I'm just like, oh, no, I don't think I want to do it. No. So, yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. And then I counted back, like, if I were to start tomorrow, I counted like 75 days from now, and it would be like the beginning of May. And it doesn't sound so bad because I know that it's going to start getting warmer. And it doesn't sound so bad. But that would be going through my birthday. And I'm like, do I really want to do this challenge going through my birthday? So I actually might start like the day after my birthday, which actually would be Easter. So maybe like the Monday after Easter. But again, they say like you're not supposed to like plan for it, but I kind of am planning for it. Also, I've got food that, I can't eat on the Whole30 here. I just opened a whole block of feta cheese. I got to finish that sucker off. No one else is going to eat it but me. So, I got, these are things that I think about, and I can't, I'm the only one eating dairy right now. So in a weird way. So I got to finish all the dairy off. So anyway, I've got like 1,000,002 excuses. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope to see y'all. Just let y'all know, the progress on my little dresses and sweaters and things like that. Anyways, y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Ta-ta for now.